Hey guys, I forgot I was supposed to be opening up this 2-in-1 ball gown surprise Tiana doll in my last video. Oops, because it was literally about Mattel getting the Disney Princess license back, and this is a Mattel Disney Princess doll. But she is the counterpart to that Ariel one I got, where she can be in her pink dress or a mermaid dress, and this Tiana can be in her green dress or her blue dress, and her blue dress is my favorite. So I'm going to open her up while we talk about the future of my channel. Hey dumpster divers, and again, please, if I do have fans, let me know if that's something you want me to call you guys, because I've been asked before what I would call my fans, and since I am a Dumpster Fire YouTube channel, I figured I would call people who are actively seeking my content dumpster divers. But you let me know. Today we are doing a clickbaity thumbnail and title about the future of my channel, and my channel in general. Like, just stuff that I've wanted to talk about, like philosophies I have, what I wanted to do with my channel, etc., etc. So I started my channel in October of 2019, so it's been a couple of years now. And the reason I did it was because we were all in the middle of the FTC COPPA guideline shifting changes, and a lot of the mainstream doll channels had no idea what they were going to do. And me, being a foul-mouthed homosexual who was getting tired of people talking in that like boo-boo baby voice and exploiting children for views and advertisements and everything. Like, I'm glad like the FTC and COPPA stepped in and were like, hey, no, it's kind of gross to take advantage of your childlike audience to get them to purchase items. Anyway, I agree with that. And I thought it would be fun to come in because I wasn't really seeing adult collector content for adult collectors. And ever since then, I've noticed a shift in gay male adult collectors coming in and trying to do like what I do. And like some of them even do it better. Like, I'm not saying like I'm amazing at this, but I am saying once I came in, I started noticing more people being like funny, swearing, being more adult, having fun. I just barely started watching Courtly Jester, someone like that on here, and she's fucking funny and she cusses and everything, and she's probably had her channel way longer than I have. I don't know. But like stuff like that, that's really cool. And that's stuff I wish I would have seen when I was coming into this. So anyway, that's basically what I wanted to do with my channel when I started in 2019. But this is very much a hobby, so I don't give it like the insane amount of like production value. I don't spend like a ton of time editing. I spend time editing, but I'm not like one of those people that are like, oh, it takes me like a week to edit my videos. Like, no, fuck that. Like, I'm a full-time student. I don't have time for that. I get these done as quick as I can. I film everything on an iPhone and a microphone I got off of Amazon. But I've always tried to be like funny and have fun and be entertaining and keep an open dialogue too. I come off very abrasive and I'm not like super family friendly, and I get that. And I have people who have different opinions than me, but I feel like I've always fostered an atmosphere where we can discuss those opinions. Unless you're a racist, then fuck you. I don't want you in my hobby, let alone on my channel. Fuck off. But I have some things written down. So that's speaking of the racists. One thing that has happened with me being an adult doll collector, and just like me in general, like even in like the gay dating scene, because I am a white, blonde hair, blue-eyed man, I have had people be very comfortable telling me shit that I've set no precedent to tell me. Just like super uncomfortable things. Like, guys on Grindr will like message me and say like racist shit because they think I'm gonna agree with them because I'm some Aryan looking kid, and I'm like, no, that's disgusting. I've had people, like doll collectors, think that like I'm on other people's side because they're being racist about doll dying and shit. No, like, I don't agree with you. Just because I look like this doesn't mean I subscribe to like your shit mindset, which is wrong, by the way. Ew. Like, imagine being a racist. No. And I've talked about things and inserted myself into things in the doll community that maybe I shouldn't have a couple times. And there's always, how am I trying to say this? Anytime I've ever like come out and been like, hey, this person's a racist, or don't be a racist piece of shit, or don't do this, I've had so many like, first of all, faceless profiles, by the way, you giant pussies. Like, are you kidding me? Come at me and be like, oh, I see, so you're gonna pull out the racism card on us. Because I'm saying like, don't be racist, I'm like anti-white or something, which, you know, sometimes, yeah, I am, because like, anyway, all I'm saying is just because I look like this doesn't mean that I subscribe to your shit mindset, okay? Don't feel comfortable telling me what a racist piece of shit you are, because I'm gonna call you out on it. You don't belong in the doll community if you are racist. You don't belong here if you are transphobic. You don't belong in the doll community if you are homophobic. Who the fuck are you kidding? You're in a doll collecting hobby and you're gonna be homophobic? Like, you don't belong here. Go away. Go be like an anime nerd or something. I don't know. Yeah, some of these are gonna get personal and heated because it's literally my channel. Another thing that's come with this being like on the internet and presenting my doll collecting hobby publicly is I appreciate all of you who follow me and are my fans and everything like that. But please understand, if you are under the age of 18, I don't want to talk to you like privately. Like, do not DM me on Instagram or on like TikTok or anything, please. If you are under the age of 18, I don't want that. You can comment on my stuff in a public setting where it's safe for you and I to have an exchange, but privately it's awkward. I don't want to talk to teenagers or kids. Like, that is not my thing. Personally, like, I don't even know if you should be watching my content if you're under like the age of 21, let alone like if you're still have teen in your age. I appreciate all my fans. I appreciate you guys and everything, but understand where I'm coming from as a 30-year-old adult man. I don't want to privately be DMing teenagers. Even if you're just telling me like you like my content or you're like happy to like watch my videos or something, that's fantastic. But understand if I don't respond, that there's a reason why. So a lot of other doll content creators and everyone I've talked to have always been super nice. I've never really had any be super mean to me. Even in like my private DMs and stuff, there have been some that like I've called out for their shitty actions. And even in my DMs, they've been pretty civil about stuff. And even some of the like the bigger content creators who I have messaged privately to ask if we can collaborate or anything, the ones who did respond, they've been super duper nice. One of them was super nice. They only had like maybe like 26,000 subscribers or something when I messaged them. They were just super sweet and they told me no, they didn't want to collaborate. It was because they were in like kind of this transition period with their content and they weren't really going to be doing doll related videos anymore. And I was like, you know what? That's totally fine. It was so nice. It was so sweet. I've even had like a couple of people very politely decline to collaborate with me because I'm not like advertiser friendly or like family friendly. And I get that. Like, those are things I'm completely okay with. And telling people no and setting a boundary is completely fine and normal. And I really appreciate the people who have been super nice about it. There are other ones who I have reached out to that maybe just haven't seen the DM because they're busy, they're popular, and I get it. Like, I'm a small channel and I get a ton of messages every day on Instagram, and sometimes it's so overwhelming and I just like don't even answer. So if you ever see that I'm ignoring your message on Instagram, yes, I am, because it's exhausting. But it's nothing to do with you personally. It's just you're probably like one of like 30 people that day who like messaged me, and I'm just a little overwhelmed between that and school and everything else. But I promise most of the time I'm thinking nothing but like nice and positive thoughts. Even some of like the way bigger channels who have talked to me and have talked about collaborating with, I'm super excited. but we're busy people and it's hard for us to like coordinate. And collaborations are hard. And I get worried about collaborating with people because I don't know how they're going to act later. And then I don't want to be like associated with those people anymore. But then there's like collaborations like with Adam from The Dollist or Mauricio from Shrimp on the Barbies. Although he doesn't do stuff anymore, which is fine because he was going to school and now he's busy living his like adult career life, which is fantastic. And I'm proud of him. I don't know. I get nervous doing collaborations because I don't want them to turn out to be an asshat later, but that's kind of like the risk you run. And there are some bigger people on the platform that even if they were interested in collaborating with, I don't think I would. But other than that, like I said, most people are super duper nice, especially if you just like get to talk to them as a person. It's fantastic. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this, like I said, I love and appreciate my fans. I feel weird using the word fans because I'm literally just some dude who's like a server. Like I just work at a restaurant and I go to school and I'm just some guy that like shoots stuff on his phone. But my fans and sexuality, no, that's not a thing. Some of my fans have come into my DMs and said some very inappropriate stuff to me. Some of them have accidentally sent me pictures of stuff that they shouldn't be sending me pictures of. And it's usually like men who are like in their like 50s. Even if I was like attracted to you, something about me mixing like my fan base with like my personal or like sex life or anything like that, there's something unethical about that and it's kind of gross. Also, like I use the word gay because it's just easier to say, but I am like a like demisexual, gray sexual, asexual, like gay person. So I experience sexual attraction at a very limited rate and I have to know you for a while. And like, that's why hookups are really bad for me. I don't really care for hookups. Like, and I'll say stuff like silly stuff about like how I want like Bruno from Encanto to like sit on my face or stuff like that. But that's just me being silly. That's not like an invitation to come into my DMs and be like, well, what about me? You know, if you're my fan, chances are I don't want anything to do with you sexually. If you were like another content creator and like we like vibed or something but like there's no other doll content creators here in like Idaho. But if we did vibe or something, like that'd be cool because then we could like go like on a date and like I could steal shit from your collection and then ghost you, you know? But yeah, if you're my fan, understand I won't respond to like the sexual content. It's not gonna happen, it's gross. If I lose 30 pounds, you guys can see me naked on OnlyFans, you know? Like, I'll just sit down crisscross applesauce on the floor naked and unbox like a Tiana doll or something. I don't know. Which I forgot I'm supposed to be doing this again. I keep forgetting. Okay, we're just gonna take her out. I got her for $13 off eBay. She was dirt cheap. Also, there was a Cinderella and a Belle in this line. This came out in 2010, so 12 years ago. There it is. The glittery plastic top. Oh, Mattel, how we've missed you having the Disney Princess license. I can't wait. Ooh, and she doesn't have bend and snap knees. She has actual like knee articulation. And big old heels. Gotta love it. The numbers. Sometimes they get to you as much as you don't want them to. When I have like 4,500 subscribers right now, something like that, and I get like 700 views on a video, it sucks. But it's also a way to let me know that you guys weren't vibing with that particular video. And I've been doing this for years, and there are people who have started after me that have more time, money, resources, passion, talent that they're putting into their channels. So they're going a lot farther than mine. And I get that because this is very much a side niche hobby for me. I don't have the time to put in a ton of hours editing and making my videos and scripting my videos and everything. Half the time I just kind of know what I'm doing and I sit down and then I just talk in front of the camera and try to edit out as many ums and breaths as possible. But every once in a while the numbers do get to me, especially on TikTok. I don't know what happened. I was getting like millions of views, like tons of likes. Like a bad video for me was like 20,000 views. then all of the sudden I can't get like past like 10,000 views. I don't know what was going on, but all of a sudden like my content on TikTok just wasn't engaging as much. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if shadow banning is a real thing. I know everybody likes to throw out the word shadow banned whenever their content isn't doing good. I don't know if it's true. Maybe people just aren't vibing with me anymore, and that's okay. Like, even when I was like super popular on TikTok and like my numbers were like skyrocketing, I'm like, this could all go away tomorrow. And I think it's really important to realize that. There are channels on YouTube that have like millions of subscribers or like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and they're getting like 10,000 views on a YouTube video or like 50,000 views on a YouTube video. And so the numbers aren't numbering, you know, because that's what happens. Like, part of the things about like when a video goes viral and you get like a lot of views, like on my mermaid color reveal series on TikTok, you get all these people, and then all of a sudden when you're not providing that anymore, everything's going to go down really quickly. And I'd be lying if I said it didn't suck and it wasn't like hard to see, but I understood that it was going to happen, you know, if that makes sense. Okay, so here we have Miss Tiana in her green dress, and we're like, ooh, yes, fancy lady with her green tiara and her shit articulation. Oh, what's this? A blue dress underneath. So what we do is there's a little plastic piece around her waist where you can completely flip around the dress. The construction's a little rough, but then it's Tiana in her blue dress, and the green dress is poking out underneath. That's the thing too, her heels are green. But there she is in her pretty blue dress, and we love to see it. And that is the 2-in-1 ball gown surprise Tiana from Mattel from 2010. Okay. So another big, probably like the biggest thing for my channel that I discovered, it wasn't my original intent, but I've discovered as I've done it for a couple years. I don't know if like nostalgia therapy is a thing, but that's how I feel. Like, this whole channel is all about nostalgia, buying back my childhood, helping out my inner child. There is something so comforting in buying this plastic and feeling that amount of joy and everything again. It makes me feel like safe and happy, and it's an easy solution to like figuring stuff like this out, you know? I think that's like one of the best things that's come out of this channel. It's just like the nostalgia therapy for me. Like, I'm just having fun being me. But I don't know, you guys let me know. What's something you've wanted to know about being like a YouTube channel? If you're like thinking of starting one, my biggest advice to you is just do it. Nobody's gonna see your first video. Nobody's gonna care about your first video except you. But do it, get it out there, have fun. Just do it. That's like the biggest thing. Like I said, my setup's literally like one IKEA lamp, a ring light, a microphone, a phone stand, and my phone that's connected to the microphone. And that's it. And then most of the time I use my window, but right now the sun was way too bright, so I closed the blinds. Otherwise I would have died. A heat stroke. To deal with like the hate comments and everything, I don't get a lot of hate comments ever. Like, every once in a while I get somebody that says something a little outlandish, but it's nothing compared to like the overwhelming positivity. And that's way easier to say than to do, to like focus on the positive. But honestly, it's like what you have to do if you're on the internet. You have to have a thick skin. You have to get used to people calling you out. I think one of my favorite like mean comments I ever got was, it was like, it looks like Matt Damon gained weight or something. That was like my favorite, because the whole entire, like, I just think about it all the time because it's so funny to me, because I'm like, Fat Damon. Like, I love that. I love my channel. It's fun, but it is a hobby. Sometimes I wish I could give it the attention it deserves and grow it to be a bigger platform. Because one of my biggest goals for my channel is to get on PR from one of the companies just long enough for them to take it away from me for telling the truth. That is like my goal. I want Mattel to get mad at me, or MGA to get mad at me, or someone, because I would have loved to get some of these mermaid stalls, because every single influencer that's getting them, they are just straining. You can see it behind their eyeballs, like the veins are starting to pop because they have to like lie through their teeth to tell people how amazing these mermaid dolls are. And I just think they are garbaggio. I just love seeing them pull out the acting reel for it, because you can see it in their face. Like, they are trying so hard to tell people how much they love these dolls, and they love the fact that they got them for free. But I don't think they love the dolls themselves and whatever MGA told them to say. I'm sure it's sponsored content. I'm sure if you go through their description box, it'll have a disclaimer saying that this is a paid advertisement or something from MGA, #ad something, because they have to legally disclose that, or else, you know, you get in trouble for lying to your audience. Call out racist asshats and get taken off of somebody's PR list for telling the truth.
Good morning. I was editing this and then I forgot to be like, oh, the future of my channel. Otherwise, I can't use that super clickbaity title. The future of my channel, it's going to be more niche hobby, everything. I'd like to do like video essays or something and then talk about like media related to dolls and like make fun of it and do like a Drew Gooden or like Curtis Connor kind of thing. But that would be it. Okay, there we go. Now I can use my clickbaity title.
Oh, and that's the other thing on my channel. I try to be as honest as possible. You guys don't need to know everything about me and my personal life, but as far as like doll collecting goes and everything, that's where I try to be like the most honest I can be. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Let me know what you think, what you want to know about my channel, having a YouTube channel, etc. I'm very small. I am monetized, so I know some of the financial stuff. This will be my first year filing taxes on my channel. My channel doesn't make any money. I get like a paycheck from Google AdSense like once every 2 weeks, or 2 months, sorry. 2 weeks would be bitchin', but no, like once every 2 months. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my next episode of, wow, this mermaid doll is amazing. You guys should buy this $32 expensive shit. They took the mermaid out of the mermaid, and everybody knows that mermaids need fur coats. Buy it, please. There's no removable tail. Thanks, MGA, for sending me this free gift.